1. International, GPSE and the finance policy. There was a time when being a member in the International cost the party a monthly payment of some amount of gold. This seems to be fair, as proven in Finland. Gaining gold from party donations is easily done, and in fact, there were so much gold that we did not know what to do with it. We were not lacking money, we were lacking people. This is the thing that I mentioned in the earlier text. There are not enough people willing to run communes. This is the reason I bring up the idea of GPSE. So why to donate that monthly fee to International? For supporting communes creation, and if it comes to it, we would use the money to buy something from the free markets. Yes, I see this almost as a paradox for our leftists, but reality must be faced, and when in the time of need, we should, for example, buy houses for workers to increase their production and their well-being. If going even further, if we must buy something from the free markets, we should aim to buy them from center-left, social democratic funded and ran companies. Great amounts of gold donated to International might sound like a good plan for some, and in the sense that every investment would be done democratically through committees sounds also fine. But this centralization of money, of course, is not good for independence of the parties. Also, if International would be taken over as it has been tried to be done in a republic, there were some in the blacklist of comrades, not all would be lost. Second, also earlier example of baby booming Italy would then, if not all money had been donated, be able to respond the need for jobs quickly by creating own commune from own money. An additional idea of GPSE is that in every GPSE country there would be spare commune for jobs needed quickly. International's part in the economic policies of the GPSE parties should be guiding. This is not meaning that we should say what they should do with their received donations, but to give options that have proven to be good things to invest on, for example the houses for workers. 2. Media coverage, social grounds and homepage for our leftist. Media coverage is essential, of course, at all times in the fields of our leftism. The great articles about victories in battles and new investments and updates how things are going are, to my mind, a key factor in keeping things together. You define yourself as a socialist through these articles and such, and if there are none of these, you have nothing to grasp on. We leftists tend to have more things to discuss, and that's why, yet again, in example of our leftist parties of J and E. Finland created their separate forums to the one that was held as the main forum for all E and J Finns. This was due to the fact that we needed the ability to modify the forums largely to our own needs. This might have been something that isolated us from the rest of Finns. I'm not sure to give a guideline to this to other our leftists, choose as you will. Anyhow, I had a thought on how to keep things running tightly and strong in the our leftist movements. One is of course the International movement's creation, but to be more precise, I think we should create a web page that covers all. A page that could be set as every socialist homepage to their browsers. There you should have easy access to the game and to forums and information considering global socialism and communism. Easy access to International forum maybe. This one is a somewhat of a fantasy, but a map should be made there, to show where there are communist parties and who are part of GPSE. If we could make a fancy map, it would be so interactive that you could click a marked party or commune and you would get to either their forums or maybe to a page where there are info collected about how many communes they have and such. Problem that might occur is the updating. A somewhat active administration to this page would be needed. Artists and people who know maybe flash coding would be also needed to make it something you would willingly put as your home page. Why so fancy things? The one thing I really liked about the early idea of every socialist in one country is that a country and lands with borders is such a concrete thing that it keeps people motivated due to the very fact that it is so concrete and real. The International, for example, is to a person a forum where things are decided and donations are made. This is something you can't see but in small donation logs and such. Parties keep people motivated also due to the fact that they are so concrete, but the International is just a forum with invisible links between far-left parties. This brings me the idea of having a working GPSE running and also the nation that is fully commune-based. Scenario where these two are working is not impossible to my mind, because in reality a small commune-based nation is easily done with the support of International and the GPSE. This would nicely bring socialism and our leftism in general to the world map. In concrete, of course. 3. Maintaining socialist movements. Words of wisdom from an old friend. There is this text from the old revolutionist hate that in a republic that I came by and it made an impact on me. He tells his experience how far leftist coped in Arusha, how capitalist and socialist parties differ, socialist movements' leaderships in practice and how to keep socialist movement living. I think this text is a must-read material. The text can be found clicking the above topic. If it does not work, I have a copy of it to paste. 4. Military development to ease the burden, economical warfare and international's part in it. To run a commune is something that could be made a part of international army training. Why? As the topic say, in the time of need we could get someone temporarily run a commune, so that someone who already runs a commune does not need to run another. When this would happen, perhaps a sudden disappearance of a person who runs one, or when international decides to make an intervention to a country due to an undemocratic threat, PDO, or an attack against oppressing capitalism. When someone would get this training in how to run a commune, he would be promoted to a rank where he would then have a own unit in his command. Or in a situation like an intervention, he would then be given the unit there to his command. Economical warfare has been seen done by leftists and is done by capitalists already almost all the time. This raises the question that should international take part in some sort of economical warfare. I mean to go even further than just to aid countries in it, but to sabotage a capitalist's factories, maybe by going to work in low wellness or going to the market to sell with the lowest prices goods in order to bring down the capitalist's factories. This is again a thing worth of discussion.